Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shrutva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Sri Ramakrishna is telling, how long does a child cry? So long as it is not sucking at its mother's breast. As soon as it is nursed, it stops crying. Then the child feels only joy. Joyously it drinks milk from the mother's breast. But it is also true that while drinking, the child sometimes plays and laughs. This has reference to after realization, sometimes the devotee enjoys. Reasoning stops when one sees God, but there are instances people having realized God, they will continue to reason. Again, there are people who even after having seen God, chant their name with devotion and sing their glories. With reference to that, Sri Ramakrishna is telling, the child cries till the mother takes the child in her arms and then starts suckling the milk. When it immediately stops crying and it is busy in drinking milk, but sometimes it laughs and plays also. It is God alone who has become everything, but in man he manifests himself most. God is directly present in man who has the pure heart of a child and who laughs and cries and dances and sings in divine ecstasy. Sri Ramakrishna is telling, the God alone has become everything. It is God alone who has become everything. All this what we see, just like in dream, the dream world is mind alone has become the entire dream world. Except mind, nothing is there. The houses, this earth, the sky, the water, the beings, people, whatever you see in the dream world, it's all mind and mind alone. But how many varieties you see, how many things you see the movements, you see attachments and aversions, suffering and bondage, release and what not, all aspects of world as if it is there, we see, but everything is the mind alone, except mind. Like this, the universe has become, God alone has become all this. But being a participant in it, I am not able to identify. When I participate in a dream, I do not know the dream as the mind. When I wake up, I understand, oh, it's all play of mind, except mind, nothing was there. But when I was in dream, everything was real for me. No sign of anything being just a display of mind. Nothing was there. I could not identify, including my own existence. My bodily existence also was mind created. I was independent of the entire scene. It is all mind created. And I entered into it. Because I entered into it, identified with a part, the whole looked like a universe or world. Similarly, because I am participating in this world, this looks like a world, but it is all God and God alone. Except God, nothing is there. The speciality of this universe is God alone has become all this, and as the nature, He pervades and governs it. He pervades everything in His own right as pure consciousness, Chaitanya, and giving existence to it, which we call the Ishvara or the Lord of the. This is the causal aspect of the creation. Just like in our bodily existence, there are three layers: the gross, subtle, and causal. They are together, interwoven, inseparable from each other. There is subtle, the mind and senses. There is physical body, the gross, and the causal body, where all my knowledge and understanding go and stay when I enter into deep sleep. And that is the sheath which covers my knowledge of the Atman. So these three layers is same as the universal three layers: gross, subtle, and causal. So at the causal level, when you go, we are one with the Ishvara, the Lord of the universe. So here we see the three aspects of God. As Sutratman, He is pervading. As the material world, He has become, Himself has become this material world. And the material bodies are in and through the material body, He separately expresses Himself as the individual source, Jivatman. And to make that shine forth as an individual Jiva, He remains there as the Antaryamin. Because nothing can be there, nothing can exist and reveal itself without the presence of Chaitanya, the God. The Chaitanya Spirit, the Spirit must be there for matter to express itself. The Spirit that pervades everything and gives existence to this world, we call Ishvara. The God which is pervading as consciousness and being here, pervading everything and giving existence, we call the Sutratman. God alone has become all this, that is immanent aspect of God. This is Sutra, all pervading aspect of God, and is specially manifest in every Jiva as the indweller, Antaryamin. This expression of consciousness is very little when we go to the lower and lower types of beings. An ant, a bacteria, all this we see lower and lower. Little by little we go to the higher animals, the elephants and cows and all these animals. Compared to dogs and all, they are more visible, more present, more conscious. And when we see rats and all, still smaller, ants and all, the size and the feeling we see greater and greater degree. And regarding consciousness, maximum consciousness is expressed in case of the humans. Maximum Chaitanya. It is God alone who has become everything, but in man He manifests Himself most. Manifests Chaitanya. Like Chaitanya, I am more and more conscious. Then means I react to a small pain. I keep everything in my memory. What happened yesterday, day before yesterday, 10 years back, what happened? Somebody has insulted me 10 years back, I remember it. Somebody has rewarded me something great, unusual thing, I remember it. The animal life, there is no remembrance because awarenesses are less. I am less conscious of the things. My consciousness pervades through time past and plans for the future also. The animal kingdom and all they cannot do because their consciousness is limited to what is visible and what is present. It doesn't pervade the other. I am more conscious than other things. This consciousness, expression of consciousness is maximum. The more the consciousness we see, it is more divine. It is more presence of God. God is directly present in man who has the pure heart of a child. In every human, the maximum presence of God is felt, or the Chaitanya is felt, or the Spirit is felt in maximum in humans. God is present in some other, in ordinary language, if we say, God is present in every human. He is manifest in every human. He manifests. But in this certain thing, God is directly present. He manifests, He is directly present in the man who has the pure heart of a child. In all He manifests, but He is specially and fully, directly present in the man who has pure heart of a child and who laughs and cries, dances and sings in divine ecstasy. In love of God, in divine ecstasy, he laughs, cries, dances and so on. Hashe kande, nache gai. In Bengali terms used, Hashe kande, nache gai. How a real bhakta who is in ecstatic states, how he expresses his joys. Sometimes he laughs, sometimes he sings, sometimes he dances, sometimes he weeps. By this time, Sri Ramakrishna had become better acquainted with Adhar, who related the cause of his friend's grief. The master sang as if to himself, To arms, O man, death storms your house in battle array. Bearing the quiver of knowledge, mount the chariot of devotion. Bend the bow of your tongue with the bow string of love, and aim at him the shaft of Mother Kali's holy name. Here is the ruse for your fray. You need no chariot or charioteer. Fight your foe from the Ganges bank, and he is easily slain. Death. A song by a saint is being sung by Sri Ramakrishna, listening to his friend's grief. The death has entered. The death storms your house in battle array. Continuous battles. And he's going on, entering house after house, here, there, entering it. The lives are going away. Deaths are taking place. Now, how to cross over this death, mrityu? It's personified as mrityu, the death. Now, death is as an enemy is attacking, as if when you see a person dying, how some force is taking him away from the bodily existence, how some unknown force is separating the jiva. Nature has one aspect we see every day separating us from the bodily existence, but retaining my presence there and keeping the body alive in sleep. But one time, the time comes, the separation is done by another force, which is independent of nature, as if though it's a part, inseparable part of the nature. It looks nature was taking care of all things till now, from birth to now. All of a sudden, the separation has become permanent and the soul has departed. What made this? Looks like the nature was all through a benevolent factor and most loving and taking care of the jiva. Suddenly it has stopped and some other force is taking away. It looks like enemy and nature as friend. Looks like. But the same nature in one of its aspect of the part which the body has to play is over. The body was acquired for a particular forces to work out the past karmas. That being over, it has to part. Now it has to go to another body. Nature is taking it to the another body. This body has become old or useless for the remaining karma to work out. It is taking to the other body. Actually, nothing to worry if you see the soul going elsewhere and occupying another body and continuing in a new atmosphere with all freshness of mind, new body. You'll feel great joy in seeing the death, and it is like somebody is taking away all your property and giving some good and fine property again. Taking away old car, he is taking away without your permission, but replacing it by a new fine car. If you see this, the rest of the aspect is invisible. So people weep. It looks like an enemy has come instead of seeing a friend has come. Mrityu is a friend who is detaching you from the body which has become useless and making you acquire a new body. But we see him as an enemy. Now, this Ramakrishna is telling, this birth and death, the play continues endlessly. Come away from that. It's an array, battle. This is one house. In the one, so many houses have left and come. Now I have taken this house and I am being separate from it, and I am going to take another house now, another body. I am going to dwell in another body. From there, living somewhere, for some time there, I am going to leave that and go to the another house, another body. So how many houses are going on today? Sri Ramakrishna is telling here, this separating power, cross over that. You can cross over by taking refuge in the Divine Mother. O man, death storms your house in battle array, bearing the quiver of knowledge, in which the quiver is where we keep the arrows. Knowledge, there's the quiver. Mount the chariot of devotion to God. Sit comfortably in a vehicle with devotion. The devotion itself is going to ride you further. Devotion. Bend the bow of your tongue with the bowstring of love. You have to utter the mother's name. Aim at him the shaft of Mother's Kali's name, holy name. Just like arrow I am going to aim the Mother's Kali's name. The tongue as the bow, love as the string. I am going to, with love, I am pulling the love to restretch itself, to push forth. That means with love, utter with your tongue lovingly the name of God, name of Mother. Love, utter, means there is my participation of something. I am calling on Mother, I am giving myself to Mother. I am the of self-offering. And Kali's name. Here is the ruse for your fry. You need no chariot or charioteer. Fight your foe from the Ganges bank, and he is easily slain. The Mrityu you are going to overcome. The Ganges is where sitting on the Ganges means the awareness of Atman, self. I am the self, Atman. Ganges is supposed to be purifying. When you go to the bank of Ganga, you are supposed to be totally free from all karmic load, right and wrong, good and bad, whatever you have done. It is just keeping in abeyance, just like the result is not announced of a person. It is kept, the results are kept without being disclosed. So, like that, the things are held up, all the karma silently sit. They cannot act when you are on the bank of Ganga. So, you are independent, you feel yourself independent. How does it happen? Your Atmic, when you can know or feel your Atmic existence. I am the pure self. That is, whatever karma I have done, it affects my body-mind complex. Within, I am eternally pure. Within, these are all superimpositions from external. This is sitting in the bank of Ganga. Ganga is Pavana, making everything pure and divine. And then when you call on Mother, the death, where is death? No karmic load, you are fully aware of your divinity and oneness with God. You have to come to the awareness of oneness with God. Go to the pure and fine places. Go on repeating the Mother's name, God's name with great love. And this is one part of your sadhana. The other part of the sadhana, essential part, is to see her in every object, everywhere in all beings. Because I am going to see the divine within me. What is the proof that you are seeing divine within you? Is you see the divine in all, everywhere. The subjective truth reflects in the objective observations. The important thing is, as you go deeper into the external world also. The vision goes together. If you are moving towards the mirror, the image comes towards you. If you move away from the a mirror, the image goes behind. The world and you there is a meeting point. If you see the divine within you, you see divine in the universe also, in other beings also. If you see God, if you want to see God within you, as long as you are aware of the external world, as long as you are participating in the external world, as long as you have bodily consciousness which needs food, clothing, everything, I am keeping this body for realizing God. But it is there, I am utilizing that body to realize God. It's a vehicle given to me. So it is given by nature for realizing God. So I go in the world. So when I am doing this, I see the other bodies also. If I am divine, I start immediately seeing divine everywhere. My identification of divinity must go with the identification of divinity in all beings also. How do you express? How do you make it known to you? Only by serving, seeing the God and serving. Whatever little service you can do, anywhere, in any way, always spiritual sadhana must go in two directions, the subjective movement and the objective movement. Otherwise it will be one-sided. Just like I am speaking to some person and that person is not responding. Just like we pray to God, there is no response or anything from the other side. I am not able to perceive. That should not happen. I am one side talk. No. The other side also must be responding to my talk. Like that, my realization of God depends upon subjective pervasion and the objective pervasion. Subjective pervasion I do through sadhana, calling on God, repeating His name, worshipping Him, various ways, studies that makes my ideas clear by studying the things. All this becomes my inward journey, inward progress. Similarly, I must be simultaneously be doing my external also. The external is done through because I have various levels of existence. Bodily existence is there, psychic existence is there, emotional existence is there, spiritual existence is there. I am trying to go inward. I cannot carry the whole world with me and go. I am leaving the world there and going. It must be compensated by I cannot go as much I am able to see the divine outside, serve and love, seeing God in everything. So much I will be going inward. Otherwise it becomes an imagination, not reality. I am trying to see God within, try to meditate on God within by trying to go inward. Only a little imagination I do and I am sitting there with imagination. Where is the reality? Because the other side is left out. So the two things go together, the subjective movement and the objective movement. Love God, love this world, love nature. Serve God through worship, serve the others through small services which are convenient and which are within your reach and which doesn't disturb your inward journey. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.